I want to talk about the Joe Thuney trade in more detail because I don't think enough Bears fans realize how good of a trade this was and how much of a home run it was. So let's talk about it. What is going on, y'all? Fox Sports all back at it with another video talking, of course, I'm NFL here to talk about the Chicago Bears. So if you're a Bears fan, guys, hit that subscribe button down below. Would really appreciate that if you did so. And now let's get into it. So Joe Thuney, the trade that no one really saw coming. Why I want to talk about this is a couple of reasons. First and foremost, okay, the reason why this trade was so unbelievably good is because it addressed multiple needs all at once, right? We didn't expect the Bears to trade for Joe Thuney. Let's be honest about it. The Jonah Jackson trade, yeah, there were some rumors out there potentially of that being the case. And again, he wasn't very good with the Rams. That's why he got benched, and that's why he was available. Joe Thuney was a different case, right? We know that they are cash strapped, if you will, or cap strapped with regards to having paid Creed Humphrey a lot of money, and then now they're looking to pay Trey Smith a lot of money. So Joe Thuney being a little bit older, the Chiefs just felt like they couldn't afford to pay him. And so it wasn't a performance thing, it was a salary thing. So the Bears pounce on that. And he addresses multiple needs all at once. He can play multiple positions on the offensive line, right? You know, at the guard spot, at the tackle spot. Heck, he could even potentially play at the center spot. And most importantly, he's a leader. So what was one of, if not the biggest issue for the Chicago Bears last season? It wasn't talent. It was the locker room, and it was the culture. The culture of the locker room was horrendous, and that was mainly the reason that Matt Eberflus was let go, because he didn't have control of the locker room. Well, what better way to get the locker room back on the right track than to go ahead and get a Super Bowl champion in here who's got pedigree, he's got experience, he's got intangibles, he's got it all at a position which you did not have that in the offensive line. And yeah, it's just an overall good leader. There was an article by The Athletic that was written here, and I want to share a quote from that I thought was, you know, kind of encapsulating of what Joe Thuney is. And this is coming from The Athletic, saying that he is a leader with an extensive Super Bowl pedigree, and those intangible factors will help a young locker room as it tries to find its way under a new head coach. The Bears are getting closer, and this is the type of trade that should go down as one of the best moves of the offseason. End quote. Perfect. Couldn't say it better myself. Like, you get to go ahead and upgrade and fix the locker room culture issue with an incredible veteran to bring in, and it upgrades your offensive line, and it gives you versatility. Like 3-1 right there, folks. Like, that is a bang-on trade, and you only had to give up a 4th-round pick for it. So the compensation also wasn't like that high where you got to give up a 1st or 2nd. So to me, like, this was a home run move by Ryan Poles. And I've been critical of Ryan Poles when I needed to, but I'm also not shy about giving him credit when I need to. Because going into free agency, I was really concerned on how much he could really upgrade this offensive line, man. The free agents out there, it was not that great. You didn't have any studs after Trey Smith, right? And I know Joe Thuney's a little older, but here's the thing. Caleb Williams, his time on his rookie contract is really the time when you need players to kind of go all out, because this is the window to be able to spend on guys. And yeah, I would love to have a guy in here that we can have along the offensive line for the next 10, 15 seasons. And we could still potentially get that in the draft. But that's the other angle here, is it gives you flexibility. Joe Thuney could still play 3-4 more years, right? But you can also draft his successor in the draft. So to me, this move just made the offseason so much easier for the Bears. They don't have to reach like crazy in the draft. They don't have to pay an insane amount of money to a free agent offensive lineman that they didn't want to, just because, again, it's a need. So it's like you're working from a position of power versus a position of weakness. So to me, the Joe Thuney trade really has again, we still have a lot to see here, but to me, changed the trajectory of the offseason from one that I thought was going to be solid to, yeah, man, this could be really, really good because we got a really, really solid guy in the building. So to me, the biggest thing, though, is the locker room culture that I mentioned to you guys that I think Joe Thuney is going to provide. And yeah, man, I really, really can't believe that we were able to get him. Honestly, folks, I'm still stunned that the Bears were able to pull this off. And looking back, hopefully this is the start of something special with the Bears and then finally fixing the offensive line. So let me know what you guys think about the Joe Thuney trade, man. Are you can't even talk. Are you as excited as I am? Let me know down below in the comments as always. Thanks for watching.